Hey guys, Jackson here with another video. Before we go any further, huge spoiler warning for the 2-episode finale of The Bad Batch Season 2. The Bad Batch definitely finished the season strong in its 2-part season finale. And here are my 5 biggest takeaways from the episodes. Number 1. I'm not crying, you're crying. Last week I made a prediction that either Crosshair or Echo would die trying to save Omega. And how wrong was I? We sadly had to say goodbye to Tech, aka Brown Eyes, aka Goggles, and I wasn't ready for it. Tech made the ultimate sacrifice, initiating Plan 99 and killing himself by cutting his rope attached to the cable car to allow the rest of the gang to escape. I mean, I should have seen it coming after his goodbye with Fee, but it doesn't make it any easier saying goodbye to Tech. I've already seen theories that Tech could be alive, as we never officially saw him die. And who knows, maybe he is on Mount Tantiss being experimented on by Dr. Hemlock. Either way, hopefully his death or implied death is not in vain in the coming season. Number 2. The quest for the perfect Force-sensitive clone. The events seen in the finale all but confirms what we already knew, that Dr. Hemlock's goal is to create the perfect Force-sensitive clone or vessel for the Emperor. And now he has his hands on Omega, as well as an abundance of clone troopers to experiment on, a healthy purse of credits, and the likely cooperation of Nala Se. It will be interesting to see what happens next through his experiments and research. Either way, we know the cloning journey is not a quick or easy one, as seen in the events of The Mandalorian, set decades later, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dr. Hemlock meets his untimely death in next season. Number 3. Saw Gerrera's plan was the correct one? During the 2-episode finale, Clone Force 99 realise that they aren't the only ones infiltrating Tarkin's base on Eriadu, and end up meeting Saw Gerrera, disguised as troopers. Saw's plan is to blow up Tarkin's base and kill the high-ranking Imperial officers currently gathered there for their meeting with Tarkin. Saw clashes with Clone Force 99 as they need to place a tracker on Dr. Hemlock's ship, and allow him to leave so they can follow him to the base of operations, in Mount Tantiss, in order for them to rescue both Crosshair and their other clone brothers. Clone Force 99 argue with Saw about the bigger picture, and if Saw destroys their base and kills the high-ranking officers, it will only lead to the Empire replacing them with other high-ranking Imperials, therefore only temporarily slowing down the Emperor's plans. The cruel irony here is Saw's plan would have probably caused considerable damage to the Empire's long-term plan, as it would have resulted in the death of Tarkin, Hemlock and Krennic, thus potentially crippling the Emperor's 3 biggest projects: the continuing of cloning and quest for immortality through the creation of a perfect Force-sensitive clone, or vessel for the Emperor, Project Stardust aka the creation of the Death Star, and possibly stall the continued transition from clone troopers to stormtroopers. Also, if it wasn't for Saw Gerrera, it's likely Tech would have made it out alive, as his death was a direct consequence of Saw still attempting to blow up the base. Number 4. Sid makes her unwelcome return. In what was anything but a surprise, Sid finally betrays Clone Force 99, and results in the capture of Omega. Now this has been foreshadowed all season that she couldn't be trusted, and it was likely she was always going to betray the gang. And as soon as Hunter told Echo to punch in the coordinates for Ord Mantell, I just knew it would result in Sid betraying the gang. What's even worse is the fact that Sid decides to snake them when they are at their most vulnerable, following the loss of Tech and the rest of the team sustaining injuries. It does set up the arc for next season though, with Omega being captured by Dr. Hemlock, and Hunter, Wrecker and Echo planning on how they will find Mount Tantiss and rescue both Omega, Crosshair and any clone troopers still alive. Here's hoping Sid gets her comeuppance and is killed by Fee. Number 5. Dr. Hemlock's scientist Emery Carr is a clone? At the end of the episode we finally have the reveal that Dr. Hemlock's chief scientist Emery Carr is also a clone, which was heavily theorised on many YouTube channels. However, in what was a genuine surprise, she is Omega's sister and is technically Boba Fett's as well? Now we don't know more than that at present, and it makes me wonder where she has been between the events of the Clone Wars and the Bad Batch. Has she always worked for the Empire? I'm sure we'll find out. If you were to ask me now what will happen next with this narrative, my money would be on Emery eventually betraying Dr. Hemlock, and helping both Omega and Crosshair escaping, resulting in her own demise. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the Bad Batch season finale. Is there any other big takeaways I missed from the episodes? Either way, let me know and let's discuss. And if you're new to my channel, a warm welcome to you, and please consider subscribing for more TV, film and gaming content. I also have a new channel, Jackson Plays, where you can find all my uploaded gaming streams for both YouTube and Twitch. See you next time, guys.